So, let's begin today's kickoff event speakers. Senator Jason Barickman was elected to the Illinois State Senate in 2012 and represents the 53rd Legislative District that includes Bloomington. He currently serves as a Senate Assistant Republican Leader, co-chair of the Legislative Audit Commission, minority spokesperson on the Judiciary Committee, and is a member of the Criminal Law, Education, Executive, Energy and Public Utilities, and Labor Committees. Senator Barickman was raised on a family farm in Livingston County and is a proud veteran, having served as an infantry soldier in the Illinois Army National Guard. Please welcome Senator Barickman.
Thanks, Jeff. Welcome, everyone, to Bloomington Normal. I have to explain that introduction. So Jeff says that I was raised on a family farm, and if you were raised on a family farm, you don't go into politics, or at least that's what my family told me. In fact, growing up, my family farms in northwestern Livingston County. For those from central Illinois, we've got our Prairie Central FFAers here. I grew up on the other side of the county from you, Woodland School. Our family farms south of the Streeter area and has farmed some of the same land since the 1830s. And so you can imagine the conversations that one has when you're in high school and you say, well, I don't know, Dad, maybe I'm thinking about going to law school. And Dad's like, yep, no, we farm. That's what we do. We're Barickmans. We've done it forever. Well, I don't know, I'm thinking about law school. He's like, here's the deal. You're going to college, by the way, you're paying for it. That explains the Army National Guard. He says, but I don't want to hear any more of this junk about law school. You're going to come over and take over the farm. So I went to ISU. Late in my term at ISU, I still had this idea of going to law school. And Dad says, listen, I told you you're not going to law school. So I graduated. I didn't go to law school. I went out and worked. Dad wasn't yet ready to retire. So I worked in business for a few years. While I'm working in business, this idea of, I think I'll go to law school. I talked to Dad. I said, really thinking about law school. He's like, listen, I'm tired of hearing about law school, but you've broke my back here. I'm going to compromise. You can go to law school, just don't get in politics. Well, here we are. I proudly represent some of the best farmland. Honest, for those from Central Illinois here, some of the best farmland in the entire world exists in Central Illinois. And we know it. We raise some great corn and beans, cattle, other producers. This is simply a great place. Central Illinois is a great place for agriculture, and I'm proud to represent that. I represent about 6 counties. It stretches from Eureka, includes Bloomington Normal here, east to the Indiana border. We are wrestling with monstrous challenges in Springfield. Some of you are very aware of those challenges. Most of it's fiscal, right? Illinois leads the country, unfortunately, in a really devastating financial picture. And so we've got a lot of work to do, whether that is, balancing our budgets, wrestling our pension liabilities, or beyond. And we're in the middle of that right now. Our spring legislative cycle has us negotiating a budget and all the things that are associated with that at this time. The idea, our homework, again for our students, our homework is due May 31. That is when Illinois needs to adopt a balanced budget, and all efforts are going towards that today. Along the way, there's going to be a number of things that could impact the ag community. I think more so we're on defense than we are on offense. You've seen at least some discussions in Illinois about changing tax policies. Well, that will hit any small business owner. That'll hit the ag community hard. There's been some discussions about changing the manner in which Illinois exempts ag inputs. I don't think that's going to have any traction, but if it did, that would have a major impact on where the Illinois ag community spends its money. So we're going to do our best to hopefully come together this spring in a bipartisan manner to begin to chip away, and hopefully more, some of the problems that sit on the forefront of our state's fiscal future. I want to commend all of you for what you do. Again, having grown up on a family farm, I know the importance of safety. It's one of the things my dad continues to preach, and it's not limited, as you all know, to just when we're planting and harvesting. It's all year round, and it's all our activities on the farm. I've heard, just probably like many of you, too many stories of an unfortunate circumstance, an accident, not because of carelessness often, sometimes just because of circumstances. It's important that we do our best to maintain a safe environment for our workers, for young people, a lot of young kids. We've got 3 young kids. They play around the farm a lot, and obviously that creates risks. So I thank you all for what you're here to do. I think the many vendors that are around here, preaching safety, working with young people on, how hard it is to pull somebody out of a grain bin. Can't imagine that scenario. But I really appreciate all the minds and the effort that's going into this. Appreciate you, Jeff, for having me, and simply want to welcome you and have a great day here in Bloomington Normal. Thank you.